The change management situation setting that I found most eye-opening during this course was the Simulator 2 Organizational Crisis Simulator. I'm going to cover 4 attributes that I found most critical for me to keep in mind as I move through my future career as a leader. First is the sunk cost trap. It would have been best for me to just cut my losses after the product launch failed and only mailed out the 3-month supply of old test strips. This way, customers could still use the device that they had. They had a 3-month supply and really just leave it at that. I continued to invest more money in marketing costs to better educate our consumer. And ultimately, I was just making those decisions because my past decision to move forward and try to make this work. Hoping that somehow I'll be able to transform this into a success. So my challenge as a leader is to be okay accepting a failure and realizing there is a greater benefit by cutting the losses now than continuing to go down that path. The second thing I learned was about the anchoring trap. So I clung to the first problem that was identified, which was the microprocessor, as the key problem, and to spend as much money as I could to fix that problem in our product launch. Further learning uncovered that there were some consumer use errors that were also causing issues with its results. I allowed this anchoring trap, which gave a disproportionate weight to the first information I received, because I felt pressure from my CEO to make a decision fast and act. My challenge as a leader is to take the time to evaluate all the prospects before making a decision where we're going to invest and where we're going to cut our losses. The third thing was firing poor performers. For a diplomatic leader like myself that really values interpersonal relationships, firing is probably the hardest task I'll have to do in my career. But this simulation demonstrated that where there is a huge investment and then poor execution with further financial impact, it is necessary to let go of the current leaders in order to build a mix of a team that's new and that has some old members. I don't want to fire everyone because I need tribal knowledge to be passed on, and some associates may have just been following the lead of their manager. But I need new management that can execute the strategy and help us achieve that financial success. The fourth thing I learned in the simulation was to over-communicate the changes. After the simulation ended, I believe it'd be important to share how the company is going to move forward from this loss and steps to prevent a future loss like this. I'm not trying to spend time focusing on a failure to make people feel bad, but I want everyone to understand how failures can lead to our next success if we know how to learn from them. This simulation on organizational crisis was by far the most significant learning from this class. Leaders need to be able to make tough decisions even when it may upset the followers. However, the key to long-term success, which is what we are trying to achieve in our role, is to be able to pivot, and I can focus my team on doing the next initiative better. Thank you.